Hello, today we're going to be looking at a 1/6 scale figure by TBLeague in collaboration with Sideshow's, their original Court of the Dead. We're going to look at the 1/6 scale seamless body figure, Kier, the first Sword of Death. As you can see here, these are two books I picked up just recently to kind of give you an idea more into this backstory of this particular character we're going to be looking at today. The book on the right was actually the Chronicles of the Court of the Dead. Court of the Dead basically is a universe pretty much created by Sideshow. It's one of their original properties, I guess. So to kind of, I don't want to say have a backstory of the particular Court of the Dead. There's several factions, I guess: bone, flesh, and spirit. And you got death, which is called the All Taker. You got Kier, that's what we're going to be looking at today. There's another figure in this line that I'll be unboxing and also reviewing too. As we open this shipper box, you can see there is one box and you can see a big old styrofoam wrap. That is the base. The figure is actually in the black box. That's how TBLeague pretty much boxes their seamless bodies, their sets, I guess, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, this the Court of the Dead. It's been around, I guess, since 2014, if I'm not mistaken. I picked up a lot of collectibles from Sideshow in the past, a few statues here and there. They're actually, these Court of the Dead basically came out as statues from Sideshow. They're bigger premium statues. They're much more expensive than these little 1/6 scale figures. And as you can see, this box, it's a very nice looking box there, and we'll take off the shrink wrap in a bit. But just to get more familiar with the Court of the Dead, that's why I picked up those two books. So kind of get more into the background of the character. So yeah, you can see the box, very cool art. I think the chief creative officer of Sideshow, he's the one that actually created this Court of the Dead, this whole universe. So this particular figure, I believe it's a re-release, because I saw this figure, I was late last year, it came out, and I can't remember if it was December of year before, I guess. I'm not exactly sure, but I just kind of passed the figure. I wasn't sure if I was going to buy it or not, and this came up in pre-order. I've seen it in pre-orders, like a re-release. I was like, oh, they're coming back, released again. So I ended up picking this up from Sideshow, and so you can see here, we opened it up, we got the base, and yeah, the thing about this figure, this re-release, I've seen some people have unboxed and look and so forth at it. It looks like they've actually did something different. They've actually changed some one particular aspect in the figure, and I'll kind of show you that once we get unboxing the figure, what changed from the previous release and this new release, re-release, I guess, of Kier. This one change, I'm not trying to remember if there's another little tweak that they did, but one thing, looking at this base, you could definitely tell the attention to detail is bar none. Really, really nice. Really amazing sculpt here, the rock and all that. So TBLeague always does really fantastic work in this aspect, and I'm sure Sideshow, being the owner of this particular property, they pretty much, I'm sure they gave the check of approval when they had this this was produced, I guess. So, but yeah, you can see a 360 there. Really nice detail, the paint, even the side, the skulls there. Yeah, just all that detail in there. It's pretty amazing. And there's the bottom. Got a nice foam. So if you display this on a shelf, you're not going to scratch your shelf. It's definitely a nice little touch that TBLeague added to that base. So let's take off this shrink wrap. Let's try to get it off as quickly as possible and kind of take a look at this figure. And as we remove the shrink wrap, we'll take a quick look again at the artwork on this box. You look at the front, yeah, Kier, first Sword of Death. There's definitely a really nice artwork on this box, kind of showing you the figure itself. Just a gorgeous looking, unique looking figure for sure, character from Court of the Dead. So yeah, that's just one thing unique about their TBLeague's boxes. They got magnetics on the side, and they're magnets on the side, so just comes off really easily. And since this is a 1/6 scale seamless body, covered with medical grade silicone over a stainless steel skeleton, TBLeague includes these little instructions, making sure how how to articulate the body. So there's 28 points of articulation, and like their normal seamless bodies, there are some limitations, so you gotta be careful when you pose them. But now let's just take out and look one of the first pieces, her collar. You can tell, just look at the detail. It looks like some kind of angel. I don't know if it with an angel with wings or something. I'm not exactly sure, but I know, like I said, she's a Valkyrie. You can see definitely the detail in that is really nicely done. And then we'll take a look at her mask, her skull mask. And again, the detail, the paint, the sculpt, even the little jaw, the bottom jaw pieces kind of hanging, almost like a little pleather. I'm not sure how they're hanging on there, but really nicely done. You can see there's 2 magnets on it, so it actually you can just pop it right off and on. And we'll do that here shortly. We'll show you that, how to put the mask on. But yeah, look at the details, even on the horn. Just really nicely done. Now let's take a look at this skull. Very detailed. I mean, even got the little holes in the skull on the top. There you can see just right where her fingers can kind of grab onto that skull, and you can see the bottom, the detail, and the teeth there too. Very nicely done. Paint, everything about that thing looks beautiful. Even that, it looks like a flame, but it's actually, I think it's souls or ether or something like that. It's part of the underworld and the court of the dead. I'm assuming this thing looks like, you can see the detail, the transparent. It's not just squiggly lines in there. And we'll get a close-up look and kind of see what's in that transparent thing on that side of that skull that's coming out. And you can see right here, you can kind of almost to the left, you can kind of see almost like a skull, the face, and some of the body. So very unique looking piece there. And now let's take a look at the head sculpt. This is definitely one of the main things of this figure that's has to be done right. And as we unveil it, just a beautiful portrait. I mean, just the detail. Look at the sculpt in that hair, the paint, everything about this thing, and even the little clips, braid, whatever that in her braids, and all the little little clips and stuff. Even the little skull there in the back down there. Just all the detail. I mean, everything's got. It's just amazing how everything in there is just sculpted, and the detail is just definitely there. As I say, no expense has been spared in that aspect of putting all the little detail, little touches, and yeah, definitely a really nice looking head sculpt and very beautiful portrait. You can see this side profile, very nice. I mean, just even the little paint application, yeah, just a beautiful portrait. Now let's take a look at the actual seamless body. This is you can see it's just definitely got some nice this little armor pieces on her chest piece, and what else do we take? All these little foam inserts. It is really embedded in there, definitely protected. Definitely wasn't going to move during transportation, during shipment for sure. Yeah, it's kind of unique about this body. It's definitely just with a character. It's definitely not a traditional skin tone of traditional TBLeague. Fison, their former name, they're well known as Fison, I guess, but now they're known as TBLeague. But yeah, you could definitely see, as I point there, right there, those are her where her wings would have been, since she's a Valkyrie, a fallen angel. Just how they did the blood or whatever, that dark right there in her shin, and even on her forearms. It's amazing how that. I mean, it's really just. I don't say it's painted, but it's definitely molded in the silicone, I guess. That color, that reddish, brownish color. Yeah, just the detail and everything about it is really nicely, well done. A little articulation there. Just admire that. Yeah, just everything about it. It's a really good looking figure. Yeah, you can see the chest piece there. Really, the detail in that, spectacular, and yeah, really, really good looking. And even a little cloth there. It's almost like a pleather almost. It almost feels like leather. Yeah, really nicely done. Yeah, just looking at just turn her around here, even the back. I mean, even that, just, yeah, everything about that is just really, really nice. And now there is another layer. There's usually more than one layer in these TBO releases, these sets. And you can see these are all the different, you can see the hand poses over there. But first let's look at the shin armor, the leg armor. Yeah, I mean, it looks like almost like bones, is like a wing or something onto the top side. I mean, even like almost like the patina. I mean, just the paint, just like an actual metal piece there. Really nicely done. And here is the shoulder piece, even more detail in that. And the one thing I mentioned about being different on this re-release, you can see here, that is cloth, a little band around it. The previous one release had a plastic clear. So I don't know, it's more, that maybe more durable than the plastic one for sure. And here is one of the arm pieces, almost like a rhino, like a horn sticking out. Very, very nicely detailed. But yeah, to get back to that little strap, I guess it does pop off. You can actually, just like a little snap. So yeah, I guess that's a little better. I guess it matches the skin tone. So here's another little arm, little, I won't say bracelet, but it actually goes up her, not the forearm, but it goes actually on her arm. Nice detail there. And here's a little wrist bracelet. Again, you got a little skull with little horns, almost kind of emulating her mask. And even the hands are nicely done. The poses, and they're dark, almost like a dark brown. It matches her forearms. So yeah, really nice. And there's even little tinges of red in there too. So yeah, very nice details on that. We'll kind of take a look at all the different poses of the hands here. Yeah, just a very nice set. I mean, look at that. Just yeah, so far I haven't got too many TBLeagues. Their sets, I mean, I've got their Vampirella set compared to other high-end 1/6 scale collectibles. You're definitely getting your money's worth on this one. And here is her cape. Yeah, really, really nicely done on this one as well. We'll turn it around, open it up, and you can see even the inside. It's got a really cool kind of bone design inside. And what's kind of neat about these actually have little metal wires, bendy wires, so you can pose the cape really nicely, easily. So that's a really nice plus when you have a cape. You got little bendy wires on the edges inside that you can pose that cape. And we'll look at the last accessory here is her sword. Again, really nice, almost like real metal, but nicely painted. It look like actual metal. And there's the hilt, really cool. You got the little Valkyrie on the top, little angel, and you got the death, the skull on the very bottom. So the dichotomy of that is almost really goes in play with her character. Really nice. If you knew her story, like I said, I'm learning more about her character, her story, and that really goes really nice with her background, her story. As you can see here, this is a flexible bendable stand I purchased separately, since this base doesn't have an integrated stand. If there was any disappointment in the figure, this is probably it, not having a stand integrated into the base. It would have been nice if TBLeague would have included in this updated version of Kier a stand in the base. It was nice that TBLeague actually changed the shoulder pauldron strap to a fabric skin-colored strap versus what seemed like a flimsy clear plastic strap initially in the first release. So that was a nice addition and a nice change that at least they revised that, updated that strap. Definitely an excellent figure. I would definitely recommend anybody who wants to add this particular figure into their collection. Yeah, I mean, Sideshow and basically TBLeague really knocked it out of the park with this one. So thanks again for checking out my video, and stay tuned. I do have another Court of the Dead TBLeague figure coming up. Take care.